Do I need a will? What does it cost to get a will? How much time does it take to get a will? And where do I get one? These are questions that I get quite often from clients of mine of all ages. Now, I'm not a lawyer and I do not draft wills, so I'm going to talk to you from a consumer standpoint on this particular topic. Generally speaking, a will says where your property and stuff will go when you're gone, and who will take care of your minor children if you're no longer alive to do it yourself. My wife and I actually got a will once we were married and we had our first kid on the way. We both wanted to set this up so we could have a guardian for our son if something were to happen to the two of us. What that means is if something were to happen to my wife and I, we're no longer around, we pass away, who takes care of our son Hudson? Who does he live with? To solve that problem, we named a guardian for him in our will. This person gets custody of Hudson if Katie and I are no longer in this world. If we did not have a will, I have no idea what would happen to our little guy. Hopefully the 10 close relatives that we have could all make the same unanimous decision on who should take care of him. We weren't sure that would happen. If they disagree on who should take care of Hudson, they may end up in court fighting over him, which could be a long, drawn-out fight. That is the last thing that we wanted for our family to go to, so we simply went in and set up a will. In fact, in Nebraska, if Katie and I did not have a will, our assets would be divided according to state law. Now, I don't really know what that means, to be completely honest with you, but it didn't sound good to me. And the courts would also appoint a guardian for our son Hudson. I don't know about you guys, but I would prefer to decide where my assets go and who takes care of my kids if I'm no longer around. The second thing that we were concerned about is what happens to all of our savings, our investments, and the life insurance money if we're gone. We wanted it to go to Hudson, but what does a kid who's under the age of 18 do with all of his parents' money? I don't want to know the answer to that, so to solve that problem, we set up a trustee inside of our will. This person was different from the guardian for our specific situation. The trustee manages all the money when we're gone and makes sure it's used for Hudson's benefit. That was an easy fix to a big potential problem that we could have. Those two reasons are why we set up a will. Now we have two kids in the household, Kipton and Hudson, and we didn't even have to adjust anything because it was set up properly beforehand. So until our kids are 18, they are very limited on what they can do legally and what they can inherit from us. So a will was an easy fix to that big problem that we saw, and it only took us about 30 minutes to do. At the time you set up your will, you should also set up a durable and a medical power of attorney. This person or persons who you designate can make medical and financial decisions if you're not able to. So say if I was in an accident or I had a stroke and I'm unable to talk to the doctor to tell him what surgery I approve, the medical power of attorney paperwork allows Katie to talk for me. Also, if I wasn't able to sign a check or an insurance paperwork or document, she could do that for me as well with the durable power of attorney. These are the main reasons why Katie and I chose to set up a will and to get our power of attorneys in place. The typical cost that we see in our area of Norfolk, Nebraska is around $300 to $500 to get this done. Now you can do this on a website. However, I would suggest you do this with a local attorney that you're familiar with. This is honestly very easy for the lawyer to do, and almost all of them in our area are able to do this for you. I will say that if you have kids or kids on the way, I would strongly suggest that you go get a will done. Chances are many of you watching this right now do not have a will, because according to a 2019 survey done by Caring.com, 57% of U.S. adults do not have a will in place. The really, really sad thing is that only 1 in 5 millennials have a will in place. Please stop making excuses like you're so busy or it's so confusing. It will take you less than 1 hour in total time, and I just gave you the basic summary of what it does above. For the peace of mind that it gives you, it's well worth the $300 or $500 that it costs to get it done. Call a local lawyer or reach out to me and I'll find one that you can work with. And if you have kids, I don't care how much money you have or how much money you make, you need a will. You brought those kids into this world. Now make sure they are taken care of, whether or not you're here to do it yourself.